The NBA briefed players on Thursday about their security plan to help enforce the health and safety protocols in the Orlando bubble when the league restarts next month, just 11 days away. Teams are scheduled to begin arriving on July 7th. Here's the concern. The state of Florida has experienced a spike in COVID-19 during the month of June. According to Johns Hopkins, the number of daily confirmed new cases has increased 582% during that time, reaching its single-day high on the 24th. Now, The Athletic anonymously quoted some NBA GMs about their concerns. Here they are. Quote, "If the cases keep spiking in Florida, things are going to happen. I'm really, really concerned for the league big picture-wise in many, many ways." Here's another one. "I know all the proper measures are being taken, but still a lot of it is unknown. You know and I know why we are playing. For the money. If not that, do you really think we would be playing? I get it and I'm in, but with hesitation." And here's a telling one. With each case that rises in Orlando, the smart players with families are like, why the bleep are we going to play? Are we going there again? Talk about some quotes right there. Let's bring in ESPN reporter Zach Lowe. Zach, it's June 26th. How are you feeling right now about the health and safety concerns of the NBA resuming the season?
Probably a lot like some of those GMs, honestly. The one that was like, I'm concerned, but I'm all in, I'm going to go anyway. I think that's probably, if there's anything that's like a consensus among players, coaches, GMs, outside of the teams that really want to go because they can win, it's sort of like, I'm a little concerned. The Orlando numbers are getting scary. The bubble is getting a little more permeable because of that. But you know what? We're still going to go. We're going to see how it is. And I still think when you talk to players and agents, as I was yesterday, they're still sort of like, we're going to give it a shot.
Yeah, that's key. They want to go for it. They want to try it. But how have teams responded to the handful of players coming back and testing positive? You got guys like Nikola Jokic, some of the big names out there already with positive tests.
And there are more than have been reported publicly, but teams expected that. Teams expected guys to come back, get tested, and a certain percentage to test positive. And in some ways, that sort of can get twisted into an argument in favor of the bubble. In other words, a certain amount of guys are going to catch this out in the regular world. It's unclear to me that the bubble, even playing 5-on-5 basketball, is more conducive to catching the virus than just regular life. That partly depends on how you would behave in regular life. But teams expected these tests to come back positive. And there are even some people with teams who would say, you know what, if you start with the assumption that some of our guys are going to test positive, just, you know, and we hope they recover, obviously all of that, it's almost better for them to do it now where they can quarantine and then get back into shape than it would be if we go to Orlando and they do it, you know, in the middle of the conference finals. Again, that's a sort of callous, competitive way of looking at it, but that line of thought is out there.
Okay, and then I have to ask you, what is the NBA's plan? If a bunch of players on one team contract the virus, how would they handle that?
Well, they released 113 pages of guidance a couple of weeks ago. And that question was not answered. And I don't think it's a coincidence that that question was not answered. All they said was a small number of positive tests will not cause the suspension of the season. I don't think they want to answer that question on paper now. I don't think they want to commit to an answer. The other possibility is they simply don't have an answer to it that's a good answer that anyone wants to hear, because right now, Game 7 of the finals is October 13th. Next season, loosely starting December 5th, December 10th, early December. That's not a lot of time. There's no time in there for a 2-week break to stop a series and wait for people to get better. So there might really only be two answers to that. Number one, you continue playing through it all, or you stop the whole enterprise, and nobody wants to hear those answers.
Wow, and you think about it, if you continue playing, how do you keep everybody else safe? So many complicated things to think through there. Zach, thanks.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.